Are you sick and tired of waking up every morning, dazed and confused from a rager you threw the night before?
Oh, fuck. Oh, what time is it?
Ever wish you had more time to do the things you want to do?
Fuck. Alright, where was I? Come on. There has to be information out there about these damn 5G towers. There is no way in hell Grandma Gertrude just passed in her sleep. It's those damn cellular death waves that are killing us slowly. Ah, shit. Hey, boss.
Hey, are you coming in for work today? We haven't seen you in a few weeks. Some of us are getting a little concerned.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll try. I'm so close to figuring this stupid 5G shit out. I just know that...
Oh, come on, not this again. Stephen, I know you've been going through a rough time, but you have got to face reality. There is no government conspiracy happening. 5G towers didn't kill your grandma.
Of course you'd say that. That's what they've all been saying.
Stephen, your grandmother was 105 years old, was blind, and could barely stand. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
And what do you think caused her blindness, huh? Or her inability to walk?
I don't know, maybe her glaucoma or her diabetes? Listen, I don't really have the time to talk about this right now. Just try and get down here today. And if you want, we can discuss it more, okay?
Fine, sure. I'll be in.
Great. We'll see you in a few hours.
Fucking prick.
Has this ever happened to you?
What now?
Ah, Jesus.
Hello? Can I help you?
Whoa, are you okay? You look rough, my friend.
Yeah, I'm fine. What do you want?
Right. I was hoping you had a few minutes to talk about the road to Eldurrino, and I wanted to see if you were properly hydrated.
Are you fucking... Yes, I drink plenty of water, and I get plenty of sunlight, and I certainly don't have any illicit drugs hidden in my freezer.
Okay, well, if you don't mind me saying, your skin is rather rough. You have all of your windows blocked out, and... Forgive me if I'm wrong, but your cat over there doesn't look very... alive.
He's fine. He's sleeping. Cats sleep, like, all the fucking time. Like, have you never owned a cat?
Okay, my apologies. Would you mind if I came in for a few minutes? I promise it'll be worth your while.
Good lord. Okay, fine. Come in.
Thank you kindly. Okay, I'll just step over this.
Oh man, looks like Steven has gotten himself into some trouble. Hi there, folks. Recently sober and longtime party god, Harvey Spleen here. You may know me from my very successful late-night talk show, 7 Gram Rocks, which was definitely not canceled due to me decimating an entire studio audience with my mind. And I'm here today to talk to you about my new product, Blood Bracers. The product that will make you look and feel as powerful as me. Well, not quite as powerful. No one can be as powerful as me. I'm a fucking legend. But it'll be pretty damn close. It's made with the finest metals excavated directly from the Earth's core and is imbued with 100% pure-grade, lactose-free, GMO-free, MSG-free, vegan-free, pesticide-free, cocaine-free, semen-free, buy-one-get-one-free, sugar-free, tobacco-free, slavery-free, communist-free. Shit, where was I going with this? Anyways, this is the real deal, folks. And it is super simple to use, and I'm gonna show you right here, right now. First, we're gonna simply open up the small compartment on the outside marked with the face of the tiger. Take your knife and make a small incision in the palm of your right hand. Mother of fucking god, you cocksucking piece of shit blade! You dare betray your master, your owner! Sorry, folks at home. Just a little accident here. So, take your blood, yes, your blood, and put a few drops into the compartment. You should see it glow a faint orange. And that's what we want, baby. That's what we want. We want your blood. We want your blood.
Hey, man, are you okay? You're kind of making my house shake a little.
What? Where? Steven, perfect timing. Here, give me your hand.
Fuck!
Don't be a little bitch, Steven. Now, just squeeze it out into the receptacle. There we go. All right. Are you ready, Steven?
Ready for what? Oh God, this is how they get you, isn't it? It wasn't those damn 5G towers.
To ascend to a higher plane, Steven. Now, just put this on, and perfect. Can you feel it yet, Steven?
I feel something. Fuck. This thing is getting hot. What is happening?
You're about to find out. In 3, 2. And just like that, folks, Steven has collapsed in a pool of his own blood. Now, despite what you may be thinking, this is the most important step. Steven, unbeknownst to him, has sacrificed his soul for the greater good. Watch as the blood bracers bring him back from beyond the grave. Welcome back, Steven. So, tell our viewers, can you feel the energy coursing through your veins? Can you feel the unbearable suffering that the gods have bestowed upon you?
Yes. I can feel it.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Succeeding in its purest form. Oh, looks like the boss is calling again. Now let's see how Steven handles this using the power of the blood bracers.
Hello?
Hey, Steven. I was just calling to tell you, well, I'm sorry, man, but we are really struggling here without you. So, we found someone to take your spot.
You what?
Listen, I know you've been with us for a while, and I really stuck my neck out there for you. We couldn't wait any longer for you to get back. Our clients were starting to get restless, and we are dying to get things back under control. Steven? You there?
You know what? You're right.
All right. Well, I apologize that we couldn't make things work.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's as you said. You're dying.
Why does my head hurt all of a sudden? What is happening?
And just like that, problem solved. No mess, no cleanup. Blood bracers, order yours now.
Blood Bracers and the company that owns Blood Bracers are not responsible for any and all accidents, pain, or death caused by using this product. By purchasing Blood Bracers, you legally forfeit your body, mind, and soul. Blood Bracers should not be used by those who are chronically ill, pregnant, or the elderly, and can include side effects such as sudden bouts of rage, fixation on consuming the dead, teeth grinding, inability to control your bowels, or just to kill and remain human beings.
Hello? If you can hear me, do not buy or use this product. Harvey Spleen is not who he says he is. Through powers I cannot explain or rationalize, he has become a... And these bracers, he's using them to control people. Based on my research, I believe he is trying to create... They are magical beings that can do the unthinkable. They can read your thoughts, coerce you to do things against your will, manifest huge amounts of energy, and obliterate entire civilizations. He is not to be trusted. Oh, shit. Here. Do not trust Harvey. He is one of them. He will.
Well, holy crap! I think we just got our next lore intro for Eldurrino series.
Yeah. So excited. Oh
wow,
my God.
that was.
I'm so excited.
There's a lot to unpack there, but we're going to do our intro first, and then we'll talk about how everybody's doing. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to ColdRead the Podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Whether you are here live, watching us on YouTube, or anywhere that you get your podcast, thank you for tuning in. That intro was by the wonderful and very creative Eldurrino.
Hey,
that's
me.
Nice follow-up to the rock opera, sir. Thank you very much.
It's it's time to move on and start a new series, and I can't really share a whole lot about it.
No, please don't.
It's gonna be good.
So who do we get to thank on that one? I heard Burnham. I heard Renara. Was it
So
Ravenmane?
we got Burnham, and then we got Dave.
Oh, Dave.
as
Yay!
the last one.
Ooh.
Yes,
Nice.
and he may return. We'll see.
We'll see. Well, so much. Awesome. Yeah. No spoilers. I'm just saying. Just thank you to those voice actors that lended their voice. Appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start our check-ins and move along because I do want to get to our guest. So Renara, how is the other side of the world doing?
I would like to start off to formally apologize to all the Americans out there for butchering your accent. I am still learning and I'm trying, so putting that out of the way. No, it's been good. It's been nice. I've managed to at least for chapter 4, I've got all my Foley sorted or like very much marked. So I've been doing that. Work has been work and annoying, but that's what happens when you work with kids almost 24/7. But other than that, slow and steady, plonking along really at the minute. So, but yeah, there we go. That's short and sweet today.
Hey, that works for me. Thank you so much, Renara. Glad to have you on. So let's continue on and we'll check in with Misty. Misty, how is your week?
It was okay. I'm going to stick to the voice acting stuff and work stuff
Gotcha.
for the podcast. Unfortunately, I did not get a part that I did a callback for, but they did keep you in mind for future things. So it's for me, honestly, even if they don't, I'm hopeful. I already did get contacted once by the audio drama and now when they said, yeah, we'll keep you in mind, and they actually did. So
Cool.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's possible. And it's just been a really low week. I haven't, it's just, I don't know. It's just been like low energy. So I'll try to keep up with auditioning again next week. I really wanted to do that again. It's just, for some reason, it's just been down and I haven't had like motivation for much, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
It happens.
it does, and this is a good forum to talk about that. So we'll check in with you and see how you're doing here, maybe next week.
Yes, better news.
Yes. Eldurrino, how's your week?
Very lackluster and not eventful at all. Minus writing a new series for everyone to hopefully enjoy, and I'm not gonna say it's any wackier than the last one. This one probably won't have a rock opera associated with it, but it's good.
Yeah, because you won't kill yourself. Because for
Challenge
6
accepted.
Oh, God damn it.
No! Please, no! We need you.
And marking this for sound clip for later.
You son of a bitch. It's hopefully going to turn into something, but I have ideas as to where I want it to go, and it's going to be fun. I haven't done a whole lot of other voice acting this week. No auditions. I did do like a few bits for this Dragon Ball thing that I'm on. I actually I had to record guitar for it too, which was pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, just writing, really. More writing than acting.
Excellent. Well, glad to hear it. So did they like find out that you did the music thing, or did you just volunteer like, hey, I compose music?
Well, the thing is, once you single-handedly write a rock opera, you try to subtly slip it into every conversation you have. ever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Get that.
so I kind of mentioned that, like, you know, hey, if you need help with like music production and stuff like that, let me know. And they're like, what's your experience? And I'm like, I wrote a fucking rock opera. And they're like, okay.
I did a thing.
So, and well, they needed a musical joke as part of this next episode, and so they sent me their idea, and I was like, I think we can do better than that. And so I sent back my ideas, and they're like, I want the last one, just make it a little bit shorter. I was like, okay, did it and sent it off, and it was good.
Out of curiosity, only are they producing these and releasing them, or is there a release in the later time? Oh,
I mean, no, it's I actually don't know fully yet.
Okay.
I know they had the first episode done. I think a couple of their voice actors fell through, and so they have to re-record those characters, myself included on that. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know when they're gonna put it out. It all depends because it's like a 2-man project as far as like the production goes. So that's why I figured I would try and help wherever else I can, because they're gonna do the animating bit.
Gotcha. Well, thank you, Eldurrino. So for me personally, I ended up taking about an impromptu week off of everything. I needed to do a little bit of refreshing, and even then, some work came in that we had to get done, and but it was one of those, like, I'm kind of in the middle of this thing. I waited literally the last minute of that deadline, and I don't normally do that, but it's just where my headspace has been. And you guys know I've got this whole save or shave the beard thing going on. Literally took a whole week off of that, which is going to negatively affect me. And the beard may end up, going away because of it, but it is what it is.
I will write a fucking obituary for that beard. I'm not joking.
We're gonna give it
immortalize that shit into the Cold Read legend of Cold Read. Like,
we're gonna give it a Viking send off.
So the 3rd is the deadline for this, right? April 3rd.
April 3rd, right after the podcast, I will literally call out the results, and the shaving will commence live on Twitch. As soon as as soon as we close, the clippers will come in and things will happen.
No, you defeatist! You don't know that yet. You don't know that yet.
So I guess for our dear listeners, you should probably want to show up on April 10th at this time for the Cold Read funeral service.
It's funny. We have to figure out who does the intro because that might play into it. So we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. So we have a guest today, and thank you so much. And I'll try this again. Shicara Weibel, thank you for being here.
You did great.
Yeah, because I'd already got her.
All right.
Hello.
I got one bonus. Thank you so much.
You did great.
Hey. Well, we'd like to check in. And how has your week been?
My week has been really good. I'm in school right now, so we just started term 4 out of 6, so I'm rearing the end, sort of. I'm like kind of 3/4 through, and yesterday I'm part of a D&D group for my school, and we're making it into a production. And yesterday we aired the first episode, so that was really cool. It was really successful. Really happy with how it went. And but overall, my week has been really good. Not a lot of auditions. I haven't been auditioning a whole lot while I've been in school, but if I find time and my schedule's not too crazy, I've been auditioning.
Nice. Well, welcome aboard, and thank you for giving us some of your time. So let's talk about your journey.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's talk about your journey of voice acting. Holy mackerel! How did you get started with this wonderful world of voice acting?
Oh, geez. Well, I went through a quarter life crisis when I was around 24.
Okay.
As we all do.
As we all do, You're like, oh my God, I'm almost 25. What have I done? So ridiculous, right? But I was a makeup artist beforehand, and so when I turned around 24, I realized it wasn't my passion anymore, and I didn't feel like artistically challenged by it anymore. And so I racked my brain, and I was like, I think I want to do something with video games. And I realized I'm not very techie. I don't know how to program, and I have no real inclination to learn. And so I was like, well, what else? How else can I best contribute to this medium that I'm very passionate about? I have been since I was like 4. And I was like, wait, there's voice actors out there. And then it was like, huh. And so I researched that and listened to a lot of podcasts, interviews. I did lots of research. And when I was around 25 or 26, I started taking acting lessons in my city.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in Edmonton at the time in Alberta. And I went to the Citadel Theater. I took some singing lessons, some improv lessons. There was a voiceover class. I took a couple of those as well. And then I think I was around 27 when I was like, I love this and I want to grow in this. And so me and my wife ended up moving to Vancouver, BC, because that's where all the voiceover work is. It's either Vancouver or Toronto. And I like warmer weather. So I was like, Vancouver seems better. And I went to On the Mic. It's I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Yeah.
But it's yup. Yeah, it's a really good, it's a really, really good voice acting school based in Vancouver. They do online classes and all that stuff. And I went there for their full-time course. Really enjoyed it, learned a lot, but I realized my acting chops weren't quite to a professional level yet, and so I enrolled at Vancouver Film School to learn how to act better. And that's where I currently am.
Wow.
Nice.
So this journey obviously it sounds like it's been about a 3-year journey. Was this beginning of COVID, pre-COVID? When did you jump into it?
So I started getting into those classes before COVID. It was like the summer before.
Wow.
And then me and my wife were planning on moving for June, when COVID hit, but that was just as COVID hit, if that makes sense. So what is that, 2020?
Yeah.
1920.
I'm like, I was like, woo, time is wibbly wobbly.
Yes.
Especially recently.
I love the mug, by the way. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
For those of you listening on the podcast, she has a TARDIS mug, which is, and I've got my TARDIS. So I love it. I need to get me one of those. So.
Yeah, it even has like a lid, which is like obviously the top of the TARDIS.
It's so cute.
So you went through, you did all of this schooling, and this is great, by the way, because normally most people just jump in head first, but it looks like you were arming yourself as you go and even identified some shortfalls. So congratulations, because not a lot of people do it that way. So now that you're at this point and you're now taking acting in film school, was it? Okay.
Yep.
Have you tried out for anything? Have you used any websites? Where have you gone to try to get some work?
So after I graduated from On the Mic, I signed up for voices.com.
Okay.
I had 0 success on Voices. Even though I personally think I have a pretty good commercial voice, it didn't pan out for me. That's okay. But then I started taking some more, guys, I'm a learnaholic, I think. So I took another class here at a studio in Vancouver called Azure Studio. And in order to get auditions at that dubbing studio, you have to take a class so they know you generally know what dubbing is.
Interesting.
So once I did that, I got a couple auditions, and I actually booked my first paid one, 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, yay. Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah. So that was really amazing. I was really proud of myself there. Yeah. So I honestly haven't really booked a whole lot for voiceover quite yet, but I audition as much as I can. That was my first big one.
So let's talk about your equipment real quick. Where did you start equipment wise, and at what point were you at?
Oh, what a journey. So back in Edmonton, I was also a streamer. That's where my username Darling Miss Nix came from. A lot of people know me as Nix. And so I started off with general streaming gear, like a headset with a mic, and then I evolved into a I got a Yeti because, of course, everyone has to have a Yeti
Yeah, 90%.
at one
yeah.
point.
I must be like the only person that has never purchased a Yeti in my life.
Me
I
neither.
feel so unincluded.
Honestly, it's fine. It's very tinny.
Yes.
It's good for streaming, but not for anything else. And then once I kind of grew a little bit more, I really wanted my first XLR mic, so I ended up getting the AT2020. Which is good. It's a good solid mic. I still have it in a closet somewhere, just in case. And then I had that for a long time, and that's what I started trying to audition with, and I wasn't getting any leeway with it, and I didn't have any soundproofing in my room either. I had a small bedroom, and so I was like, but I'm doing my best. And then when I moved out here, by that time I had already educated myself enough that I needed a proper space. And so when I moved out here, it was me and my wife and a 450 maybe square foot studio. And so my first booth was it was a furnished apartment, and me and my wife disassembled their couch. And we made, yes, it was a sectional. And so we disassembled it because we didn't really watch TV. We had our computers. We're PC diehards over here.
PC Master Race.
Master Race.
Yes.
And so we actually took apart the sectional, and we ended up building an add-on to it for the top. And then we took moving blankets and foam, and I literally made myself a couch fort.
Love it.
Oh, very
I like
creative.
it.
Yeah, it actually worked pretty decently. Surprisingly, I put foam on the wall. It was just like shitty Amazon foam that you would get that was low cost.
Yeah.
And
stuff.
Yeah.
And the stuff I am currently surrounded by.
No, I mean it's good. I have some of that in my current booth. But yeah, so I started off with that, and that was pretty good. I was able to go through on the mic with that little setup. Nice. And then we needed to move, and so we're in our current place now, and I was in a closet. So again, I had gotten more foam, more moving blankets, and I took a closet, and I literally just made it into this really crazy insulated. I went and also got, what's it called? The rock wool.
Oh,
insulation.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I put that there, and I literally took up all the room in this little closet, and I had maybe 2 feet by 3 feet. I literally couldn't move.
Yeah.
I was in there, and
No.
I could maybe move my hands,
Yes.
and I had my mic, and that was it. That's all you could do. But it sounded pretty okay. It sounded pretty good.
In comparison.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a couch fort. This is the first time I've ever heard of a couch fort. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the design or the plans, I'm sure Reddit would love to see something like this.
I think I do have a picture of it. I think it might only work with a sectional because you could literally take one half and the other half, and they're small little L's, and they actually work really well.
Wow, that's very creative. That's very good. Magmorta says not a place for anyone claustrophobic. Totally.
For sure.
In general, I think booths, because I mean, even mine's 4x4, and I can barely kind of put my elbows out and swing. So it's not a job for those that are extremely claustrophobic. Walter says sound like my booth, not much moving room. Absolutely. Matt, Miss
And
Guitar-
that's okay.
Yeah, it's as long as you got it. AT2020 is a solid choice. Misty also has an AT2020, I believe. Correct?
Yes.
It's a really great first mic. It's inexpensive. It sounds really good. It's a really solid beginner mic.
With the right soundproofing, you can get by for quite a while with it, from what I know. So
absolutely.
I'm just looking into the soundproofing mostly right now.
Hell yeah.
So,
and then my final, I have a final form.
No, by all means. Yes, so your final form. Your final form. Yeah.
Shicara
Yes.
perfected.
Okay, so I got very, very blessed. It was my birthday in February, and my dad, I had asked him if he could come over to BC and help build me a booth. And I was thinking just not a plexi. What is it? Those plastic bars.
Oh, the PVC ones.
PVC pipe.
Yes. Yeah. And I just wanted him to build me like maybe a wood frame with some of that, and then I could put my shit up, like my rock wool and my blankets and everything. But my dad went up and beyond, and he actually built me a booth, and he brought it over, and it was 200 pounds each wall. He put like thick insulation, and he literally researched like studio bricks and whisper room, and he went on like Reddit.
Wow.
And my dad he went hard research to like find like a good booth. And so that's what I'm in right now. He built it, and then I went and bought Oralex foam, and that's what you kind of see. No, not that. But like, I guess it's everywhere else, but where you can really see it.
I think we can see
The
it.
nooks and crannies.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally everywhere. And yeah, so that's where the booth I am in now. And with my student loans, I was able to upgrade to a Rode NT1 mic.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
And the Scarlett interface.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. She beefy. Like,
Well, you sound wonderful.
great.
Yeah.
Yes. No, like she's a fucking monster. She takes up like a whole corner of like a little boot room that I have.
Mhm.
And yeah, he like built a floor for her, and like the walls and the ceiling, and I needed a whole crew. He was like, yeah, I need you to like bring a lot of people
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
when we unload
I hope you don't
this.
have to,
And
like-
so, yeah.
I hope we don't plan on moving anytime soon.
Not for a
'cause, like,
while.
So like my booth is also made out of PVC. It's a PVC frame with sound blankets over it, and that's about it. And I like it that way, because that way I can kind of, if I want to relocate it or if I want to move in the future, I can just disassemble it and reassemble it later on down the road. It's super easy. But then I was like thinking to myself, I would like to upgrade. I would like to actually have a solid, booth that has insulation and yada yada yada. And I was like, well, I live in an apartment right now on a year lease. I don't want to have to carry like 1,000-pound booth around, so that's probably. I think like once I actually buy a house, I'm just gonna build my own like studio as an attachment to the house.
Yeah.
Do it.
So, yeah. So I commend you. I'm glad you got something that's that like professional standard, but. Yeah, just hope you don't.
Like I didn't expect my dad to like go that crazy, and he didn't really think about my moving. Like all the walls can like come off of each other, but it's hefty. So I'm gonna need like a moving crew. But I'm in a basement suite, and I like it right now for what it is.
Well, that's good.
So I think I'll be here for at least another year or two, at least.
I'm
I
sure.
also hate moving.
Yeah. Well, if you ever did hire a moving crew, you're going to want to warn them, because they're probably going to charge you extra to get that thing out and move it up. Yeah.
Right.
Just so you know, I have a literal like 400, 600, 800-pound monster that you're gonna have to move. Thank you so much.
Special justifications and weight, disassembling furniture. It's like, well, it's a booth. And it's like, oh.
It's
literally a room.
I have a little room that needs to go.
Yes.
Magmorta in chat says #1dad. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah, no
wonderful.
kidding.
Walter,
I call him a problematic king.
I love that. Walter says that he has one of those and is referring to the NT1. Also recently picked up a Shure SM7B. Oh my god, I feel like it was made for my voice. So now I use both. That's what I have here. And then I've got a different one for in the actual booth itself. I love SM7B is great for singing and for streaming. That's the two reasons why I have it. So
I was gonna say, I feel like those ones are more like dedicated for like broadcasting purposes and not necessarily voice acting, but I could be wrong. I know a lot of people do use those. Right.
I think it's kind of like the mid-level. It's price wise and everything. So it's pretty good. I like the way that it sounds, especially for those deeper voices. This thing picks it up really well. Unfortunately, it's getting my AC, so I apologize for the hum. So let's go back and let's talk about a couple more things that I see that you got. I love your website, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. My
Very
wife made it.
Nice.
Oh, it's very, very well done.
So at what point did you decide to get a website up and running?
Actually, after On the Mic.
Okay. So it's like your calling card, obviously, because It's literally shicaraweibel.com. Love it. It's just you got the domain from Google, you're all set.
You got it. And my wife made sure that we purchased ways where like misspellings of the domain as well.
Nice. You got redirects too.
Yep.
Very cool.
My wife is a graphic designer, and like she's been like learning marketing, like in social media marketing and all of that stuff. So she's been a huge help. Again, I've been very lucky with the people in my life to help me in this journey. So she created my graphics, she created the website, she helped me write everything there. Honestly, she's a superstar.
Awesome. It's great to have a good support network, and it looks like you got the jackpot on that one, so congratulations.
Very sherbet lemon vibes I'm getting.
No, I like the color scheme, but
no, it's great. I'm being nosy
because
now.
I'm kind of dark and spooky, like as a person.
Okay.
And so I wanted something that showed more of like my voice, because I feel like my appearance is very like moody and like 90s goth a little bit, maybe 2000s, and so I wanted a website that was a little bit more, it could work for commercial and it could work for animation stuff. So I wanted something kind of a little bit brighter, a little bit more flirty, a little bit more, I was really inspired by like pinup and like the 1950s type advertisements where they're like bright and they have like fun edges, and the style of like my character as well is very like minimalistic.
That's what I was gonna say, is minimalistic.
For anybody that wants to take a peek, I just put the link in the chat, and I'll put it in all of our descriptions too. Like I said, I love the design. I love the way it looks. The icon that you have on there, is that a leftover from your Twitch? The black and white personification of yourself, or is that something completely new?
So recently I just dyed my hair. I had half and half. You'll see in like all of my profile pictures, I'd have half blonde, half like brown. But I'm getting ready for headshots at my school, so I just wanted to be a little bit more marketable.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, damn it. So I have a streak of like silver in here.
It comes through, yes.
I'm like, it kind of does, not really, kind of.
It does.
I'm like, ooh, it could be brighter. But yeah, so it was just meant to be like and I always have my glasses on, even though the camera hates them.
Oh, yeah, I know the feeling.
Question, does your wife do commissions? I'm looking at this going, this is amazing. I would like one.
It's so beautiful.
She
that the
actually
colors
probably
are great.
She probably
Tell
would.
her I'm interested.
Wow.
She's very busy, but she loves illustrating. She loves it. It's like one of her top loves. So
I can already
see
see.
She would be down.
Yeah, Renara's in love with the design. I already see it right there. That pose for a moment. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's just really, really vibrant, and the colors just go so perfectly together. I'm just like, oh, this is gorgeous.
No, she's a big
soft and sleek and
nerd for colors.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah, if you want to see some of her other work, NatalieIrving.com is like my best friend. She went on the mic with me, and she's incredibly talented. But her website is very cute.
Yes.
She's very much like she's gonna excel in like children's shows.
Nice.
She's high pitched and shrill for days, but she has a beautiful like range to her. But Natalie Irving Kat did her website, and then Ayla Seymour, Kat did that page as well. Ayla is wonderful. She has like a really warm like motherly feel to her.
Oh, gotcha.
Like she just feels like her voice like hugs you.
I love that.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
I love that. Speaking of voices, so you've got quite a few demos on here. It looks like I see 6 of them, or are they?
Who? Oh, it should only be 2.
Well, you have 3 different links. So I see. Okay, so it's just kind of all pointing to the same one. So Magmorta just put NatalieIrving.com link inside of chat for those of you that want to take a peek at it. And I'll make sure to capture that for the notes afterwards.
Natalie wanted to go for more of like a character, so her favorite dessert is scones.
I can see.
So she was like, I want scones. And so Kat went and illustrated a little scone character, and she wanted her website to be very cute, very adorable, a teeny bit professional, but she definitely wanted it to be more fun.
All right.
Yeah.
So
cool.
So
cool.
how did you get your demos up and running? Did you write them yourself? Did you produce them yourself, or did you have somebody? Is it a professional?
So they were all through On the Mic.
Gotcha.
So with the way that On the Mic works is that at the end of your 6-month full-time thing, you get to choose if you want to do an animation or commercial demo. And then they partner you up with one of your choice, one of the teachers that you felt like you vibed with. They gave you the best direction. They were able to push you to like your best limits, et cetera, et cetera. And I ended up going with a commercial demo to start off with. And I partnered up with my teacher, Michael Dangerfield.
Oh, nice last name. Damn.
I know. Michael Dangerfield. He's a big voice actor here in Vancouver. He does a lot of commercial. What else? He's done. He was like on Ninjago. He was like the voice of Ace Ventura in like the cartoon from like early 2000s, I believe. So he's kind of cool.
Oh, no shit.
So he helped me with my commercial demo, and then I thought I was ready for an animation demo, and so I made my animation demo after. I had to pay extra for that. And I went with Erin Matthews. She is another big animation and video game voice actor here in Vancouver. And yeah, I do plan on redoing my animation demo because I've gotten better at acting now, and so it needs a little bit of rework.
Gotcha.
I really wish I could take a.
Oh no!
We lost Misty. Hold on, stand by. Cameras are all weird because there we go. Misty is back. This will definitely be edited out for the video part, so let me go ahead and mark that moment.
I don't know why it happens. Sometimes Google just crashes the site I'm on. Okay, so I was gonna say that I would really love to take a class like that where they do like offer that as part of the curriculum at the end. I haven't been able to find something personally that offers that, so that's cool to know that that's out there. Hopefully, I can
I
find
think
something here
because of COVID. Yeah, well, because of COVID, I think they put their full-time to online as well now.
Ooh.
Wow.
So after because I think we were the last in-person class, and then the people after us were a hybrid. So half the class was online only, and then the other class, like the other part of it was there was like 2 people who came in, like in person, and then the 6 I think went to like were online explicitly. So I would give it a shot. It's pretty good. I really liked them.
I'd say vote for that, yeah, because that's like my main thing that's holding me back. Where it's like I really want to like get a demo, but it's just
So
it'll be good to get that with education too.
When it comes to full-time voiceover, is it 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, or is it just a couple days a week, or?
So they go Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. till I think it's like 1 o'clock, 1:30.
Okay.
It was a year ago,
About
and
4
I'm trying
hours,
to remember really hard.
No.
Yeah.
It works. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, it was something to look into.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I would say with On the Mic, just like as a disclaimer, it's a phenomenal school that gets you in contact with phenomenal actors. I would just say make sure your acting is good.
Gotcha.
Like your acting is up to chops, because they'll give you all the information about the voiceover world and like what to expect and like how to be a good voice actor and all of this stuff, and it's phenomenal information. But for me, I felt like I lacked acting, and so I wasn't able to utilize all that information effectively right away. And so I find that a lot of my friends that I have, they were fans initially. Like they were fans of like the genre of like video games, animation, etc. But they didn't have any acting. And so it's hard to take all that information you learned and make it effective. So
Makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
I know. I mean, because a lot of us, I do community theater. We started with, drama was like the gateway to getting to voice acting. So it totally makes sense that you want your craft to be 100%. So yeah, very cool. I know you just said you just barely had. Did you have any favorite role that you did, maybe freelancing, or what's your favorite thing that you've recorded so far?
Ooh, okay, so on the mic, one of my favorite things was it was with my teacher Jason Simpson. He is a gaming voice actor here in Vancouver again, and he gave us a script, and I chose Arania. What is Arania from Final Fantasy 15 with the boy band?
Yes, that would be 15. Yes, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Arania what was her last name? Dragon, or I don't know, something. Arania, and she is like this kind of sassy, really badass, like fighter, like aerial. She is like an aerial fighter, specializes in that, and her lines were so funny, and they're like a little flirty, and they were a little bit they are in my wheelhouse of being like not a bitchy, but she's kind of like a really sarcastic, kind of flirty, but like in a condescending way. I really loved those roles.
Is it Highwind, the last name?
Yes, Highwind. Yes, Arania Highwind.
I'm sure that would have bugged you all day. You're welcome.
It would have. I would have left it. I'd be like, what is her last name?
So is your niche generally the know-it-all tough type of girl? What do you think your niche is right now?
I have been getting typecast like of what I receive, and like what teachers currently are giving me are like the villain roles.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those are always fun.
Yeah, so I'll accept the villain roles. I also play like the villain roles. The best friend, I find, is what I get as well, like the really sassy, attitude-y best friend. Any alternative character, whether it's animation or like film, I tend to play those as well. Pretty easy. I would love to play like a really bubbly magical girl.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, my friend Natalie is like in that ballpark of like that high pitched like enthusiasm. So
I knew you were gonna make a comment, Renara. I was waiting for it.
No, I'm just making mental notes for the Legend of Coldread.
There you go.
I mean,
Magmorta says villain roles for the win. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we all love it. We just it's a lot of fun to be able to just let go and be the bad guy.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're very relatable. Weirdly.
Yeah, this is true.
It's true. I myself in real life am a heartless bastard, so
yeah.
I get it.
Oh God.
I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Yeah, totally.
So before I start asking my final questions, I want to check with the panel. Anybody have any questions for our guest?
Sadly, you have answered my question.
You
I
have
not
also
thought of a
answered
new one.
mine.
Oh no.
This is quite
I
all right.
talk a lot.
No, we love it. We love it. This is we have. So a question I generally like to ask is if you could talk to yourself right before you started this journey and give yourself some advice, what would that be?
Ooh. Don't judge your voice so hard.
I love it.
There you go.
That's very good.
I feel like I have an idea of what my voice should sound like, and I feel like it's really easy to get into that headspace of like, oh well, I don't sound as professional as this person, or I don't sound as like cutesy or adorable as this person. So I would say just really learn to love your voice, and don't be afraid to like stretch it.
Oh, okay.
Safely.
Safe, absolutely. Safely is very, very important here. If it starts hurting, please stop. Don't do anything you can't do more than 5 minutes. We've constantly brought that up because, especially Eldurrino. Eldurrino does the metal growly loud voices. He's practiced and I'll let you. Yeah. So yeah. Well, very cool. Now, let's ask that even further, not to yourself, but if somebody approaches you saying, "Hey, I want to do this voice acting thing. What's your advice for me?" What do you normally say?
Get in touch with any media of acting. Like voiceover, voice acting, it starts with acting. Get comfortable in your body. Even though it's your voice, if you're not comfortable with the rest of what you got going on, it's going to read. Get good at acting and get comfy with yourself.
100%.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Out of curiosity, is this have you done voice acting as your full-time job, or do you have something on the side? Obviously, don't tell me what it is. It's just curious. If you're at a point where you think you can just go 100%.
No. So right now I'm unemployed.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, because I'm in school.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in a very fortunate situation where my wife
Can help you
works a
support.
lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, my wife helps me a lot. After I'm done school, though, I will be having to get another job. I'm really hoping. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm crossing my fingers if I don't break them first.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. If I don't, I'm really hoping that I can get in with maybe a studio, like a recording studio here in the city, and maybe like be an intern or like I don't know, that little bitch. I don't know. Just to get, I'm like, I'll do it. If you want me to get you coffee, I'll get you coffee.
Yeah,
Yes.
honestly. But
They're
paid
paid slave.
Yes. So, and that's one of the reasons why you moved where you moved, is so you could be close to the action. So
You got it.
Like
Yeah.
in the US, you've got LA, which is more commercial, and then you've got Texas, which is more the Funimation side. Which side does it fall for you?
Like, do you mean in Vancouver?
Yeah. What is Vancouver known wise in the VO community?
Children's shows.
Oh, okay.
A lot of kids shows happen here. A
Interesting.
lot. And for voiceover, it's a lot of commercial. Like, there's commercial jobs out the hoo-ha in here. Yeah.
Okay. I think, isn't Vancouver pretty well known for like animation stuff as well? Like, I know children's shows, but I figured that a lot of animation gets casted there.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, there's like comparatively, like if you were like looking at like Texas or even LA, a lot of times there isn't, we don't have a lot of like studios here quite yet. I think who just opened up? My brain. A big company just opened up here or planning to open up here in the next couple months. I want to say, is it Netflix?
Oh,
Is
interesting.
it Disney?
What?
I don't know. I'll have to do my research because I'm not 100%. It's one of those two, I believe. But that's going to be like a big game changer for Vancouver.
I bet.
Honestly, a lot of VO work comes from Toronto.
Okay.
For like animation and stuff. Video games are pretty good here as well. They're like a lot of indie video games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do have BioWare down in Edmonton, so
Damn it!
I mean,
I'd love BioWare.
Right?
I'd love to work
Oh.
BioWare.
it was so cool seeing their, like, living in Edmonton and like going in downtown and seeing their headquarters. It was really cool.
Oh, it must be surreal to be able to stand out there and go like, all the magic is happening right there.
Right there. Yeah. And then like
you get,
What's that, Renara?
if you get in with the Dragon Age people, please say my name.
I will.
Just send them
Once
your
I'm done
best.
crying,
Yeah.
I'm done like crying and like wipe the boogers off my face and like pull myself off the floor, I will absolutely do that.
Give them a box of donuts with her business card in there.
There you go.
Like,
Here.
That is the dream. That is the dream.
These are
absolutely.
British. Here you go. In 5 years, where do you see yourself?
I would say in 5 years,
Yes.
I am going to be working full time in voiceover. I'm going to be a voice director. I
Ooh.
really want to be a voice director,
Okay.
and I'm going to be working in casting. Those are my goals. 5 years from now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm going to be busy.
Very clear
Good.
goals. I love that.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
When it comes,
Manifest that shit.
yeah. I mean, this is the way to do it. You set your goals and then you strive towards it. For the voice directing, I mean, do you have to do like your own projects to get practice? How do you get experience there? I'm super curious.
I don't know. That's why it's 5 years. I have, so in my school right now at VFS, they do have a voiceover, like a small course. It's like 17, 14, I don't know, classes over like 2 terms. So it's not a lot. But my teacher is named Raj, and he is a voice director. So I'm hoping to pick his brain of like how I can do that too. So I'll let you know once I get more information.
Yeah, totally. I'd love to know. For sure. I mean, you obviously you've taken a very different path than most of our other guests have. Most everybody just started dabbling online. I mean, they did like the musical theater and the acting thing when they were younger. But you dove in and you started creating those networks, and my goodness, I mean, this is definitely a way to do it, and bravo, I will say for sure.
I think I got really inspired by Crispin Freeman's podcast. Because, I mean, Crispin Freeman.
Absolutely.
But but his podcast is so informative, and I got really inspired. And the thing that rang true is that he is a big advocate for like get your acting up to chops. And I'm very realistic with myself. I had done musical theater and like acting in high school, but that had been 10 years ago. Pretty much. So I knew that if I wanted to be competitive and I wanted this to be a full-time job for me, I needed to learn more.
Very cool. Eldurrino, are you still having loud issues, or can you ask your question?
I think I have enough time. My family members are over here and they don't know how to be quiet. So my question to you is the most important question of this entire show. What is your favorite pizza topping?
Favorite pizza topping.
I will say there's no wrong answer.
Yeah, true.
My
There
heart
is a
says
wrong
feta.
answer.
Say that again?
That was not the wrong answer.
Feta.
I love feta.
Oh,
Bacon feta
love
pizza with the white sauce? Ugh,
Feta.
I'd be so on that.
Yes. Like I love white sauce on my pizza. It's my favorite. I'm not a big fan of like tomato sauce. It's okay. Like I'll enjoy it. I like pepperoni just like the next person. But something about white sauce and then like feta and like crumbled ground beef and black olives. I am a slut for olives.
Damn it.
I knew. Well, so Eldurrino doesn't approve apparently.
So well.
I don't like pineapple.
Good. That's good at least. Yeah.
Hey. Nothing wrong with pineapple.
Yes, there is.
My wife is like a diehard pineapple on pizza fan.
Thank you.
So, I mean, even last night we literally ordered pizza, literally. And so I got myself my white sauce with black olives and feta, and I got her Hawaiian. Gotcha. And we have our individual pizzas and we live in harmony. I will shame her, but we live in harmony.
That is the best way to do things,
Well, if anybody have any closing comments, you know what? This is something I want to try. Shicara, do you have any questions for us?
Oh,
and it's okay to say no. Not to put you on the spot.
Let me pull out my notepad.
Yeah, actually, I don't know. How long have you guys been doing this?
About just over a year now. We started we started in 2021.
Wow.
I started in 2016, so I think that's like 7 years. Doing it.
Okay. Re-ask the question.
Well, no, like even like this whole thing.
Podcast, or are you asking about voice acting?
No,
in
VO.
general?
VO. Well, I heard it as
Voice
VO.
acting.
Are we right?
Yes, let's do. I thought podcast, but VO as well. I would love.
Okay.
So yeah, the podcast is about a year and a half old for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was just a brainchild for us to be able to talk about as we go, our experiences, and hopefully help somebody out on the way.
Yeah, that's so nice.
I've been doing this for about 8 years in terms of like voiceover and stuff. Unfortunately, I'd say still very novice in terms of things because I don't have that much income to like. Unfortunately,
No, that's
like
totally valid.
it's sad because it's like I wish I could take like your approach is something I want so bad to like actually go to like where things happen. I want that so bad for myself, but I'm like I'm stuck in Houston. This is what I can afford, and it's like.
Honey, I'm in debt. It's
yeah, it's like that's what I wish I
don't
could
aspire for these dreams.
I'm just trying to grab
Student
something
loans.
realistic. Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
Like, and I want to make that very blatantly clear. It was all student loans.
Well, I mean that's a path, and hopefully, I mean you seem to be on the right track. Hopefully, it'll work out for you. Thank you so much. So, to Shicara Weibel. Yes. Yep. Okay.
Shicara Weibel, you did great.
Thank you. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So next week, Misty, you're up for an intro.
I have an idea already.
Yeah. I think we're already brewing on some topics that we want to talk about. So that'll just, I ran across some stuff on TikTok that I want to see and talk about. So we'll see what happens there. Magmorta says thank you for your time, Shicara, and this is absolutely true. Mm-hmm. If you have any questions, any comments, you can email us, ColdReadthePodcast@gmail.com. We have a Discord going on now. If you want to join us, you can talk to us directly. We have a great network of actors, producers. If you have a demo or an audio file you want us to listen to, drop it in. We give constructive criticism. We are not, we're not scary. We've criticized each other and we've gotten much better for it. So please, don't be afraid to submit, and keep that going. Actually, you know what, Renara, why don't you take that over?
Oh, okay. Am I doing my big spiel? Am I doing my big thing?
Yes, please.
Okay, so, right. 1. Oh, shoot. I've forgotten everything. Every time you do this, damn it.
And
Okay.
that's the show.
No, give me a minute. Keep going, learn to rest, but don't ever stop. Even when it gets hard, just learn to slow down and just keep going. If you have an idea and you want to make something, go and frickin' do it. You do not need permission to create anything. You need permission to make money off of it, but not to create it. And 3, make sure you are having fun, guys, because if you're not having fun, then what's the point? Come on, guys. Find things that you enjoy. Explore, create, improve, and just keep going. And promise me you won't give up on your dreams, because I don't want anyone to, because it's a hard road, this road, and 7, 8 years in, it's still hard, but we're going to keep going. So if we're going to keep going, so can you.
Thank you so much, Renara. With that said, we will go ahead and say goodbye, and thank you for being here. We'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Drink water.
Bye.
There it is.